about my shed lately. So when you go tiny, people think that you're downsizing, and well, of course you are. You're downsizing to put the least amount of things in your house, only the necessary things that you use. And then when I started having my shed built, people kept asking me, why are you building a shed? Why are you adding more storage? You're making yourself a bigger space to be able to collect more stuff. What I wanted to do was a video to show you that's not what I have the shed for, and I actually have 10 reasons why I have a shed. And I'm going to show you guys those reasons because I think it's important to have storage for all of those things that cannot fit in your tiny house. Going tiny, you kind of start to live off the grid, and you want to do more things outside, and you're in your house less. You have more hobbies that are outside, you do more sports that are outside. When I show you exactly what's in my shed, maybe you'll understand that these things are kind of necessary for me, or for anybody really that wants to go tiny. So I am absolutely going to recommend getting a shed if you have a tiny house, because you will want to spend a lot of your time outside, and there are outdoor activities and things that need to be stored in that shed. I'm going to take you through the 10 reasons why I got a shed, and hopefully it'll clear some of the confusion up for you guys on why I'm adding more as opposed to getting rid of more. All right, let's get started with number one. Number one, we are going to start with my tools. I purchased this tool holder for my shed because all of these tools used to be in my tiny house in my outside storage. The outside storage is kind of a small, compact space, so when I would open it, I would not know where all of these items were. I got all of these items to fit in this one little thing, and now I can see exactly what I want to use, when I want to use it, if I choose to work outside. This fits in the little section of my shed right there, so it doesn't take up much room, but it's a lot of big stuff that cannot be put in my tiny house or stored in the tiny house. Also down here is garden stuff for putting fencing around tomatoes so the rabbits can't get at them, and then a box of Miracle-Gro. I also have a hose there and brooms to clean up the shed. Number two would be bigger items that I cannot fit in my house. Basically items like the shop vac to vacuum the shop, a cooler if I need to go on vacation, a smaller cooler if I needed to, go on a little picnic. I've got that cat carrier back there that it takes up a lot of room in my car, so I could put it underneath, this area here. I've got my beanbag bags right there. So also for bigger items, like all this stuff would not fit in my tiny house, so we would have to find space for it, and a shed is a perfect area to keep these things. And other big items include storage containers that can't fit in the house and that I'm not using right now, propane tank, jacks for the car, and more outdoor stuff. So outdoor stuff like bags of dirt and soil, potting plants, potting pots, any kind of containers and stuff like that can store stuff in, 5-gallon buckets for when you need to use for water or anything else. So all this stuff also needs to be stored in the shed during the winter, so that's also why I got a shed. Number three would be my tools. All of these tools you see right here were all in boxes and bins and stuff like that. And then when I was able to take all of the stuff out of the boxes and bins and display them, now I can see exactly what I'm looking for, exactly what I need, when I need it. If I come over here, there's a lot of extra stuff in there, like hinges and electrical tape and screws, outlets and all that kind of stuff, and then tape, and then we have screws and stuff there. More of the tools and other basically tools and stuff like that I put over here. And then I also put my tool box right there with a couple more of the tools that I don't want to put on the wall right now. And then I've got a Sawzall and a sander and a jigsaw. All these tools were hidden and now they are all on display. I will find more to put up on that pegboard, but it'll be a lot easier to try to utilize all of these tools now that I can see them. So moving on to number 4. Do you guys remember when I used to use somebody else's shed to work on my golf cart? Well, I duplicated that shed so that I can have a station to work on my golf cart or to work on projects or anything that I need to work on. The builder put the counter at my height. It's also a little bit taller in case taller people want to work there. I'm also going to be putting a vise down, probably a sander in the corner, and like a couple other things that the other person who let me use their shed in the winter had in his shed. I want these things in my shed just in case I have to use them, and I feel they will come in handy. So let's take a look at number 4, which is the workstation. Here's my workstation. I decided to put it underneath my pegboard, up to that window and up to that corner. Underneath I can store big tables. I have a space back here for my generator, but this is the workbench. It is sturdy enough to do my woodworking on and all of that. I'll probably put a sander in this corner. I'll probably put a vise somewhere over here, connected to the table. And there is not this space to work in my tiny house, which that's number 4 of why I have a shed, to have a workspace for my tiny house. Number 5 would be a space for my ladders. These things will not fit in my house. They actually will not fit in my storage in my house. Well, maybe they will, but I haven't tried. But I kept that area blank right there to put ladders in, and I believe I got that idea from the person whose shed I'm duplicating. That is number 5, a space for my ladders, step ladders, and I'm also going to be getting another ladder so that I can work on my house. Probably a 16-foot ladder because these are like 10 foot and below. Number 6 would be outdoor games and big stuff like this. So probably an add-on to number 2, which would just be the bigger stuff over here, is like games and stuff to keep in your tiny house, or to keep in your shed if you can't fit it in your tiny house. Say you live in a state where it's cold, these things aren't going to be stored in your tiny house, so why not build a little shed and store the stuff in your shed. Number 7 would be all the stuff that you don't use but that you need space for in a shed. So right along with tools and stuff like that, I've got light bulbs up there, I've got cords, extra piping and stuff for septic, a Mr. heater in case I need to use it, extra towels, and that's about it. But it's still extra storage for all those things that I don't want in my house and can't use right now. Number 8. In the winter, I'm going to need a space to put all of these chairs. I'll put all of the wicker chairs in there, the tables, the side tables. I might leave my fire ring out here, but I would not have room in my tiny house to put all of these things to store them for the winter. A lot of these things are bad when it gets wet, so I don't want them to be outside in the winter. And I don't want to buy covers for them either. So all these things will be going in my shed as storage for the winter. Number 9 would be hanging up art that you cannot fit in your house or that will not go in your house. If you guys have ever heard of Arts and Spirits, they're paintings that you go and do for about $30 a painting, and then you can drink, and there's an instructor that shows you how to make this painting. So I've made 3 of these. I've actually made more but got rid of them, but these are my favorites that I've made. And instead of getting rid of them, I made an excuse to hang them up in my shed to get use out of them. So they're just on display right here, but where I'm gonna put them is on that wall right there and on that wall right there. And then maybe I'll find another space like right there to put another one. But that is number 9, to have an excuse to hang up art that you cannot fit in your house. All right, and last but not least is storage for my golf cart. Right now I store my golf cart outside, and I have a plug inside the outside storage where my water reclamation system used to be, and that's where I plug in my battery charger for the golf cart. Since I have room now in the shed, I probably won't pull it in every night to charge it in here, but for the winter I will be storing it inside here. So yeah, let me show you how my golf cart goes inside my shed. Yay! It fits! There you have it. That is why I decided to get a shed built in addition to my tiny house. I find that I can store a lot more stuff that did not fit in the tiny house, and I'm living a lot more comfortably. It is not a lot of extra space if you choose to, invest in a storage space. This whole shed cost me about, I'm just gonna say $4,000 total. And to be honest with you, I probably should have just bought one. It could have saved a lot of stress that I had going through getting it built. But now that it's built, I love it, and I'm gonna utilize it, and hopefully if I go somewhere else, I can bring it to that new spot, and if not, then someone else can get some use out of it here. That's why I have my shed storage, and I absolutely recommend you guys getting shed storage also. That concludes this video. Alright guys, so if you guys like my channel, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. That concludes this video. If you like my channel, please subscribe. Blah! Don't put that in there. If you guys like my video, please subscribe, share. Don't put that in either.